He's a boxer and he's a puncher, and that's what I know Teofimo to be.
He never called out your son post-fight. Surprised?
Definitely not surprised, but I'm not discouraged either.
Does Teofimo rank now in the list of potential opponents for Debbie?
Well, right now I believe that he's at the top of the 140-pound division by beating Josh. But like I said, that's an ultimate grudge match, and we would have wanted to fight him regardless if he had won. But it's good that he won, so let's get it on.
That was DHB CEO, Devin Haney trainer and father, Bill Haney, giving his reaction to Teofimo Lopez beating Josh Taylor, where he said, that's ultimately the fight they want next. Now, there's no doubt about it, with this victory, Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez is back being one of the biggest fights in boxing. I mean, last time around, Teofimo Lopez effed the money up by ducking Devin Haney for undisputed in order to cherry-pick Kambosos, who ended up causing the upset. Teo turned down double the amount of money he was going to make fighting Devin Haney in order to fight Kambosos, who beat him anyways. Teo was running and avoiding Devin Haney because he didn't want to lose, but he ended up losing in the process anyways to Kambosos. That being said, again, hopefully Teofimo Lopez won't make the same mistake he made before and F the money up. But ultimately, the ultimate factor of Teofimo Lopez fighting Devin Haney is going to come down to his disdain for the black fighters. That's no secret, Teofimo Lopez already came out of the closet being a racist, where he told ESPN, you guys could keep the black fighters. But the million-dollar question, if Teo doesn't like the black fighters, then why doesn't he fight them? If Teo believes that the black fighters such as Devin Haney and Shakur are getting too much praise, then why doesn't Teo fight Devin Haney and take that praise from him? All of the money Devin Haney is getting, all of the attention Devin Haney is getting, being the face of ESPN after beating Kambosos twice, the same man who nearly killed Teo in the ring, then followed it up with beating Lomachenko. If Teo feels that Devin Haney is getting too much attention, all he has to do is fight him to take that attention and money away from Devin Haney. The same exact way he did when it came to Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, right? But instead, Teo went from being a fighter to being a supremacist civilian. Now all of a sudden, Teo doesn't want to fight Devin Haney like he fought Loma and all of these Europeans, such as Josh Taylor, so on and so forth. When it came to the black fighters, all he does is show jealousy, envy, and hatred toward Devin Haney and fighters alike. So even though the civilian Teofimo Lopez is a supremacist toward the black fighters, when it comes down to the fighter Teofimo Lopez, he definitely feels he's inferior to the black fighters such as Devin Haney. That's why Teo goes around fighting all of these Europeans for $1 million. When we're talking about the best European fighters we have ever seen, such as Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. However, when it comes to the black fighters, all of a sudden, he wants $20 million guaranteed to fight Devin Haney. Action speaks louder than words, and Teofimo Lopez's action says that he feels inferior to the black fighters. I mean, how else can you explain? We never heard Teo ask for any money when he was calling out Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. In fact, he ended up making less than $2 million fighting both of them. Teo has never even made $2 million fighting either one of them. But all of a sudden, when it came to fighting Devin Haney, he wants $20 million. Teo wants 20 times the amount of money to fight Devin Haney that he made against Josh Taylor and Lomachenko. Teo wants $20 million. But he was fighting Josh Taylor in his own hometown, in a movie theater, a theater that can't even hold 4,000 to 5,000. But he wants $20 million to fight Devin Haney, when the fight with Josh Taylor, he did not even make $2 million while having J-Lo selling the fights. Teo still can't sell tickets, but he wants $20 million to fight Devin Haney. Translation, what Teo is saying: if you guys want me to lose to this black fighter, this race I hate, then the price is $20 million. You see, when it came to the European fighters, Teo is not asking for not even $2 million to get in the ring with Lomachenko or Josh Taylor. But all of a sudden, when it comes to the black fighters, he wants $20 million. And that's because he knows he's an inferior fighter. At least that's how he feels. Teo feels that he's only a secondary class compared to the first class of the black fighters such as the Devin Haneys, the Gervontas, the Shakur, the Crawfords, the Errol Spence, the Jaron Ennis, so on and so forth. That's why Teo says ESPN could keep the black fighters. I'm leaving the network, instead of saying, man, I want to fight all of these black fighters that you guys praise and say they are the best, because I believe I'm the best. So give me Devin Haney next. However, we all know what time it is. Teo doesn't want to fight Devin Haney for his biggest payday because he knows there's a high probability he's going to lose to Devin Haney. Devin Haney is going to end up smashing him. And the last thing Teo wants is to lose to the fighter Devin Haney he hates the most, who happens to be a part of the race he envies and jealous of because he feels inferior to that race as a fighter. However, with the same token, Teo feels superior as a civilian. With the facts being laid out, Teo could run, but he can't hide, because at the end of the day, or at least the night, the walls are closing in, and Devin Haney is already a bigger star than Teo, so he can't even box him out like he tried previously. Devin Haney already beat the man who nearly killed Teo. Devin Haney is higher on the pound-for-pound list. Devin Haney is making more money. Devin Haney is getting more attention. So there's nothing Teo could do. At this moment in time, Teo needs Devin more than Devin needs Teo. Therefore, if Teofimo Lopez ducks Devin Haney again when they offer him the fight, he may end up losing again in a cherry pick going wrong and not even make nowhere near the amount of money he was going to make fighting Devin Haney. And we all know Teo needs that money since he's going through a divorce and his wife is going to end up taking half of his money. So he's going to be more desperate than ever to make some money. I hear a lot of Teofimo Lopez fans, aka race fans, coming out of the woodwork in support of Teofimo Lopez after they abandoned him, trying to tell me how good Teofimo Lopez is, even though they were picking Josh Taylor to beat him. I'm the one who picked Teo to beat Josh Taylor. I told you guys from day one that stylistically, Teo is a nightmare for Josh Taylor. So even though Teo beat Josh Taylor, that don't mean Teo is going to have an easy road, an easy route at 140 pounds, because styles make fights. And Teofimo Lopez is still a flawed fighter where he could end up losing to a cherry pick, let alone an A-class fighter. Truth be told, Jack Catterall already beat Josh Taylor, where they ended up robbing him in the process. That's why Josh Taylor ended up ducking the rematch for nearly 2 years. Then he turned around to fight Teo, because he already knew what time it was. So Teo beating Josh Taylor doesn't really mean much, but keep that same energy. If Teo ends up fighting Devin Haney or Gervonta, give them their props, since you guys are praising Teo like never before. Don't come out with excuses once Devin Haney smashes Teo if Teo ever grows the cojones to fight Devin Haney. You see, as we all saw last night, Josh Taylor was way bigger than Teofimo Lopez. He was taller, so on and so forth. But none of that mattered because skills pay the bills. But the irony of it all, whenever the black fighter is the bigger guy, they talk about that all day and night, before and after the fight. But when Canelo, Josh Taylor, Lomachenko are the bigger guys against Rigondeaux and fighters alike on the coincidental list, they never talk about that, since they have the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. That's the agenda. Old media main agenda is always find a way to discredit the fighter on the coincidental list. No matter what, discredit the black fighters, right or wrong. With the facts being laid out, we shall see if Teo is going to keep the belt hostage or if he's going to fight the best, the likes of Devin Haney, so on and so forth. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi, TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm saying I'm a little bit disappointed. He said it depends on the price. I mean, come on, you have the belt. That's all the price that you need. You know, my eye is on the prize. You know, what is wrong with these fighters today? You know what I'm saying? Why are they talking about money? Because it basically shows me they're just cocky. They're not confident.
Extremely annoying shift later.
Wait, no. Did I come here for nothing? If you win, do you promise that it's Devin and Loma and
for
Lopez?
$20 million, man. And you
Don't
know
you
that.
price yourself out like that. Don't listen to him.
$20
Listen to people that's
million.
listening. No, listen.
You know you love money, mother. Come on, bro.
20? All right,
$20
you
million.
heard it. It takes $20 million to get
$20
Devin.
million.
You see what he said.
Teofimo Lopez versus Haney after we put...
Quick 3 questions, man. Fans are curious to know, prior to Teofimo announcing the Kambosos fight, he said that he is sending you a contract. Whatever happened to that contract, and did it ever arrive?
Here, the end of April, beginning of May is my fight day. Well, my fight month. Guess who? We're in the works of it. We're gonna throw contracts at Devin. We're gonna throw contracts at Kambosos. Whatever we get back with, as long as we find a medium, we all agree on the terms, then that's your fight. They're all gonna know. Why you think Devin said April? Everything's already falling into place, ladies and gents. Y'all just gotta wait. Y'all so impatient. It's gonna come. All of it's gonna come. Y'all just gotta be patient with it. These things don't come overnight.
Whatever happened to that contract, and did it ever arrive?
I mean, it's funny that you said that because I didn't even think about it, but he did say that he was sending me a contract, and I never received it. So, I mean, that just show you what it is. He's all capped. He say one thing, then he say a different thing in this interview and another thing in that interview.
Okay, Teo is now claiming that after Kambosos fight, he's going to send you an offer, but you're going to outprice yourself in his words.
We have to fight Haney to shut everybody up. We'll do it. But I guarantee you that fight is not going to happen. Why? Because he's going to overbid himself, man. I already know it. You know? He knows we got his number.
Hopefully, he gets over Linares.
You think he wins that fight?
I think he could win that fight. But they ain't never gonna fight us, man. They scared of us. They're never gonna fight us. They're gonna freaking outprice themselves or whatever it is. But we're gonna try to get that fight.
After some fans are thinking it's the other way around.
After this fight with Kambosos, we're going after all these freaking the so-called kings, which they not.
Even though it was Teo who requested $10 million to fight you.
Right. We never even got far as negotiating because they never even, you know what I'm saying, even wanted to get that far to negotiate a price or whatever the case may be. So the fact that he just saying that off the bat, just before we even talk about money, just shows you that he's just trying to make up any excuse.